So now in the front row, you've got Elena DeBoer there in the inside of row number 1. Outside of her, Brandon Boovy, Caden Clausen, and Robert Thompson in row number 2. And Leon Sneller rounding out the field here as we get things started. 6 laps of distance in heat race 1 of 3 in your Lems Auto Recycler Sportsman cars.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to race our first heat race of the 2022 season underway. Green flag is in the air. Lems Auto Recycler Sportsman class. And off the front row, Elena DeBoer to the early race lead. Brandon Boovy in that second spot. Caden Clausen running in third. Boovy looking to the outside of DeBoer for that lead spot. And Boovy is there. Brandon Boovy in the number 17 machine taking over the race lead. Elena DeBoer in second spot. Caden Clausen putting DeBoer in his crosshairs. And Clausen will take second with DeBoer back to third position on lap number 1. 1 lap in, Lems Auto Recycler Sportsman class, heat race number 1 of 3 on the track opening night here at the Rapid Speedway. Glad to have you along with Brandon Boovy, your race leader in the number 17 machine. Caden Clausen in second spot. Elena DeBoer, your top 3 on the field. At the back of the pack, you've got Robert Thompson and Leon Sneller battling it out for position. Sneller with some smoke coming out of that 2 machine. Thompson with some smoke coming out of his machine as well. Brandon Boovy, your race leader out of Beaver Creek, Minnesota, in that white and black 17 machine. Caden Clausen running in that second spot. Elena DeBoer, your top 3. Lems Auto Recycler Sportsman class on the track here. Heat race number 1 of 3 opening night presented by Lems Auto Recyclers. Here at the Rapid Speedway, 5 classes of racing action coming your way here tonight. Brandon Boovy, your race leader in heat race number 1, as Caden Clausen looking to close the gap in that red 45K machine. Clausen with a little bit of smoke coming out the back of that 45K. DeBoer in third position. Now Leon Sneller takes over 4th spot as Robert Thompson retires. And then there were 4 here in heat race number 1 of 3. White flag coming out. Brandon Boovy, your race leader. Brandon Boovy, Caden Clausen, Elena DeBoer, your top 3 on the field, with Leon Sneller at the back of the pack running in that 4th position. 16 sportsman cars through the back gate here tonight. Checkers fly this time by. Your heat race winner, it'll be the 17 of Brandon Boovy.
Brandon Boovy grabbing the first heat race win of the season. That number 17 car. Caden Clausen coming over in that second spot. Elena DeBoer in third. And Leon Sneller rounding out your top 4. Inside of row number 3 out of Rock Rapids. He drives the number 22 car. It is Chandler Myberg. 6 laps the distance here. Heat race number 2 in your Lems Auto Recycler Sportsman.
And head flag man Cody Johnson looks like he's taken the position to turn him loose immediately here. The second of 3 heat races for the Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman class. Carson Bandit top and Beckett Brady up front on row number 1. Green flag is in the air. Heat race number 2 of 3. Sportsman class presented by Lems Auto Recyclers as we make our way through turn 2. Coming out with the lead, Neil Kroll in that 83 machine. And right behind him, you've got Travis Dan in the 42. Dan looking to the inside of Vanna top 4 position. They are side by side for that second spot with Kroll, your race leader, on lap number 1. Neil Kroll with the race lead. Carson Vanna top in second spot. Travis Dan putting up a challenge. Beckett Brady, and rounding out your field, the 22 machine of Chandler Myberg. Heat race number 2 of 3 for the Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman class. Carson Vanna top high up in turn 4. Holding on to that second spot with the high side run. Travis Dan will battle back on the bottom side in that TDR chassis 42 machine. Dan looking on the inside line as Vanna top up and off the track in turn number 2. He'll fade to the back of the field. Neil Kroll, your race leader. Neil Kroll in the black and green 83 machine. Travis Dan inherits that second spot. Beckett Brady, Chandler Myberg, and now Carson Vanna top to the back of the pack after getting off the top of turn number 2. Second of 3 heat races, Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman class here tonight. 5 classes of racing action opening night for the 2022 racing season here at the Rapid Speedway. Neil Kroll, your race leader, high side, turn 4, coming down the front stretch with 2 to go. Neil Kroll, Travis Dan, Beckett Brady, Chandler Myberg, and Carson Vandertop rounded out your field. Second of 3 heat races for the Limzada Recyclers Sportsman class will come to the white flag this time by as Travis Dan looking to make a move. Your race leader is Neil Kroll, but Dan is coming. Travis Dan looking on the inside in that white 42 machine, and Dan is there as they exit 2. Kroll will have the high side run. Heading off into turn number 3, it's Kroll by half a car length. Dan will battle back on the bottom side. Kroll getting up top in turn number 4, coming to the checkers this time around. It's going to be a drag race, and it's Neil Kroll in the 83 machine.
Neil Kroll picking up heat race number 2. Good run there at the end, but Travis Dan just short as he'll come home in that second spot. Beckett Brady in third, Chandler Myberg in fourth, and Carson Vandertop rounds out your top 5. We got a lot of Steenhovens in this race.
Yeah, we do.
So it's kind of like that Ballinger thing, except
right.
for it's a Steenhoven thing. And if Wiley gets up, I think we need some bonus money. If Wiley puts a wheel in either one of those 57 cars.
There we go.
I think that's what we're going for.
That could be a little something right
if
there.
If we can get the rookie to put a wheel mark in one of the other 2 cars, we'll be up for some bonus money.
Sharp look at number 2 at the back of the pack right there. Green flag coming out right away. Head flag man Cody Johnson gives him the sign. We're green flag racing. Limzada Recycler Sportsman class, third and final heat race of the night for the Sportsman. And off to the early race lead, the 14 machine of Brian Crone as the 57W of Wyatt Steenhoven looking to get under the 57 of Todd Steenhoven. Steenhoven and Steenhoven side by side in front of Sproke and Steenhoven. Crone, your race leader. Brian Crone with the race lead. Wyatt Steenhoven in the purple and white 57W. The blue and white 57, that is Todd Steenhoven. Black and red 99, that's Bubba, Dylan Sproke. And at the back of the pack, the rookie, the 2WS of Wiley Steenhoven. Brian Crone, your race leader, third and final heat race of the night for the Limzada Recyclers Sportsman class. We'll go hobby stock racing coming up next. Brian Crone with the race lead. That battle for second still going on as Wyatt Steenhoven now has a little bit of an advantage in that purple and white 57W, and Steenhoven will take that second spot. Wyatt Steenhoven into second, Todd Steenhoven back to third, Dylan Sproke and Wiley Steenhoven rounding out your pack. Third and final heat race of the night for the Limzada Recyclers Sportsman class. Brian Crone has them covered for the time being. Wyatt Steenhoven in second spot. Going to get that purple and white 57W machine up top as Crone continues to lead. And smoke coming out from the 57W machine. Crone, Steenhoven, Sproke, and Steenhoven. Third and final heat race for the Limzada Recyclers Sportsman class. Opening night for the season presented by Limzada Recyclers. White flag is out. Race leader Brian Crone. Wyatt Steenhoven with some a hot race car in that 57W machine right on the back of Brian Crone. 57 of Todd Steenhoven, 99 of Dylan Sproke, 2WS of Wiley Steenhoven. Checkers coming out this time around. Your heat race winner, the 14 of Brian Crone.
Brian Crone taking home heat race number 3. Wyatt Steenhoven coming home in that second spot. Todd Steenhoven in third, Dylan Sproke in fourth, and Wiley Steenhoven rounds out your top 5.
Just about set to kick off a feature time here tonight at the Rapid Speedway, our first of 5. A feature just about set to come your way. The Limzada Recyclers Sportsman class going to lead things off. Cody Johnson giving the sign to line them up. And we'll go green flag racing next time by. Big T has answered the call with bonus money. Coming up during the Seafoam 305 Sprint Cars, Big T says $500 bonus money from A&B and Big T sales for the 2D of Dusty Ballinger to win the A feature, $100 for Bailey to finish in the top 10, and Hall of Famer Matt Richards wants the 2D of Dusty Ballinger to put on a show, $500 more from Matt Richards. Big T answering the call. We go green flag racing, our first day feature of the season underway. Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman class. Caden Clausen off to the early race lead. Wyatt Steenoven into that second spot. Neil Kroll, Brian Crone, and looks like Beckett Brady going to be your top 5 early on here in this 10-lap A feature. Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman class. Our first A feature of the 2022 racing season here at the Rapid Speedway. Caden Clausen, your race leader. Wyatt Steenoven running in that second spot. Neil Kroll, Brian Crone, and Beckett Brady, your top 5. Todd Steenoven in that 6th position on the outside of a top 5 looking in. He is working on the back of the 61 of Beckett Brady, who just slips up on the entrance in turn number 4. Now will open the door for Steenoven to come through. Todd Steenoven moving into that 5th spot. Caden Clausen, your race leader. Wyatt Steenoven, Neil Kroll, Brian Crone, your top 4. Todd Steenoven running in 5th. Elena DeBoer, Travis Dan, Dylan Sproke, as we've got Brady going off the track off the top side of turn number 2. Caden Clausen with the race lead. Wyatt Steenoven, Neil Kroll, and Brian Crone looking to challenge Kroll for that 3rd position in the running order right now. Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman Class A feature on the track, and the caution going to fly. As we got one around, Carson Vandet, top bottom of turns 1 and 2 will bring the caution out. All right, tonight's Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman A feature. First A feature of the 2022 racing season. All right, well, we got more Ballinger bonus money going up for the Seafoam 305 A feature. $100 on Blake Ballinger to finish. $100 on Bailey for a top 10 from Grandma Lori and Grandpa Harv. Extra $100 for Bailey to beat Grandpa from Grandma Lori and Grandpa Harv. As we go back, green flag racing. Caden Clausen, your race leader. Wyatt Steenoven in that 2nd spot. Todd Steenoven looking on the outside. And he's going to jump into that 3rd position to the outside of Neil Kroll in the 83 machine. Travis Dan and Brian Crone, they are side by side for 5th spot in the running order right now. Caden Clausen, your race leader. Caden Clausen in the 45K with the race lead. The 57W of Wyatt Steenoven, that purple and white 57W in that 2nd spot. Todd Steenoven in the blue and white 57 running in that 3rd position. Neil Kroll and Travis Dan, your top 5 in the running order. Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman Class A feature at halfway. Halfway through, Caden Clausen in the 45K. Caden Clausen, Wyatt Steenoven, Todd Steenoven, Neil Kroll, Travis Dan, Brian Crone, Elena DeBoer, Brandon Boovy, Dylan Sproke, Carson Vandet top. As we race under green flag conditions, this Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman A main. Caden Clausen, your race leader. Caden Clausen with the race lead. Wyatt Steenoven, those top 2 starting to separate themselves a little bit from Todd Steenoven in that 3rd position. This Lems Auto Recyclers A feature for the Sportsman class. Clausen and Steenoven 1 and 2. Caden Clausen with the race lead. Wyatt Steenoven taking a peek underneath in turn number 2. 57W is there. Clausen coming down. Steenoven staying put. They're side by side down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Coming off of 4 with 2 to go. It is Wyatt Steenoven taking over the race lead. Wyatt Steenoven in the 57W taking over the race lead. Caden Clausen in 2nd. Todd Steenoven in 3rd. Your top 3. Travis Dan, Neil Kroll, and Brian Crone with a battle for 5th spot in the running order. White flag out for Wyatt Steenoven. First A feature of 2022. Caden Clausen with a look down low as Steenoven checks up at turn number 2. And Caden Clausen takes over the race lead. Steenoven losing power in the 57W, and the caution coming out. Tough break for Wyatt Steenoven in the 57W. With the lead in turn 2, Caden Clausen was there. Looked like it was going to be a great battle to the finish line, and Wyatt Steenoven losing power in that 57W machine. Travis, Dan, Todd Steenoven will settle in behind your race leader Clausen, followed by Kroll and Crone. Head flag man Cody Johnson turns them loose on the Rapid Speedway green-white checkered finish coming up for the Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman class. Travis Dan looking for that second spot to the inside of Todd Steenoven. The 42 is there. Steenoven will battle back on the top side. Brian Crone starting to make some moves here late in this one as well. In the 14 machine, Caden Clausen has them covered at the white flag of the 45K. Clausen, Steenoven, Dan Crone, your top four in the field. One more circuit around the Rapid Speedway for our first A feature of the 2022 season. Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman Class A feature. We're coming to the checkered flag this time around. The 45K of Caden Clausen, your feature winner. Caden Clausen takes it home in the 45K. Todd Steenoven coming home in second. Brian Crone charging up to third. Travis Dan in fourth, and Elena DeBoer rounding out your top five for the Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman Class A feature number one on the season in the books. As Caden Clausen's out of the car, your A feature winner here tonight at the Rapid Speedway. And let's see if we can throw it down to Joel Viss in Pizza Ranch, Victory Lane.
All right, Jay Kelly, we're down here, Pizza Ranch, Victory Lane for the first time in 2022. And our first feature winner of the season, and man, it's nice to start up front, but you still had to work for it.
Yeah, it was pretty close there. I thought Wyatt was gonna pass me until something must have happened with him, and I don't know, just luck, I guess, happened. We never have luck, so it's kind of nice.
Well, obviously, luck is a great thing to have, especially on night number one. That's always the scary part. When you come into the first night, are you going to have the bugs? Are you going to have the rust of the winter? What's going on in that first race? What things do you do to prep for this?
Well, I was really nervous coming into this. I guess all we did this year was change the motor. That's about it. Didn't do anything else. I don't know, my parents just talk to me and tell me it's just a race. Just don't go out and wreck it and have fun.
Well, nonetheless, you got it done, and carrying on that Clausen tradition as you make your way to Pizza Ranch Victory Lane. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.